Welcome to the Weekends Over podcast. I'm your host, Alex. I'm here with Taylor Thompson. Taylor, say hello.
What's up, everybody?
I'm also
Hopefully, we're
here.
trying to watch Georgia lose while we're doing
Yeah, we're
this.
in the middle of that. I'm also here with Max. Max, say hello.
Hello.
This is our NFL podcast, so we're going to kind of go over our NFL picks of last week. Taylor, go ahead and give us a rundown of our records and who did what last week.
Okay, so last week we all.
Woo!
Okay, well, I know that was.
What happened?
Good game, Georgia Tech.
Oh yeah, they're inside the 15th. So sorry about that, everybody. So Alex and me both tied this past week at 8-4, and Max went 6-6. Pretty solid week for all of us, including even Max going 6-6. 500 is not terrible. Max is now 46-47 overall, and I am 53-39, one game behind Alex at 54-48. Me and Alex head to head as we head towards the end of the NFL regular season.
Let
Max
me
not too
just
far out.
let me just add to this. This also means I am the leader in college betting and NFL betting. So
I got you this week.
if you're gonna bet with anybody, bet with me.
I'm going
But
undefeated next
You
week.
have you've won one more in NFL than me.
and
You're
you have
one.
one less, so you're a loser. Anyways, I'm just gonna let y'all know. Been drinking a little bit tonight. I just recently killed me an 8-point buck
Nobody
today.
cares. Actually,
It
nobody
was a
really
good
cares.
day. So I started drinking off, and then I'm drinking off right now, and I'm
Drinking
about to
off.
be jacking off
Jerking
later.
off. Did you say it's
Um,
jerking off?
don't worry about me. My hands are clean right now, but later, you know what I'm talking about. But we also went ahead and added our picks from last this Thanksgiving game, so we'll go ahead and talk about those a little bit. So first, I want to go. Georgia Tech scored.
Yeah.
Yep.
Haynes King, you
Thanks,
animal.
King. He's
Goat.
balling, man.
Goat. Let's talk about the Miami Dolphins and the Packers game. Packers pretty much handled it the whole time. Dolphins don't know how to play in cold weather.
Just
They
gonna say
made it.
three words. It was cold. End of
Yeah,
discussion.
they made it close at the end. Tyreek Hill made that catch for a touchdown at the end, but I mean, Josh Jacobs is now number 3 in the league in rushing, I believe, or 2.
You're
Uh,
welcome. I gave them to you, and basically,
hmm So yeah, I mean, you have anything else to add besides the Packers looked a lot better than the Dolphins?
I, I uh, I'll be honest with you. I watched a little bit more than I did of. I didn't watch Cowboys Giants at all. So when y'all talk about that, I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry, I'm not wasting my time with Cowboys Giants, but I watched a little bit of it. I watched like the first quarter and a half, and it was 14-0, and I just knew it was going to happen. I saw that they made it look a lot closer than it was. I don't know.
Um, Tua had a good game actually. He threw for 300 plus yards and 2 touchdowns. Obviously, one of those touchdowns was the pick.
I was going to ask
That
how much was that garbage time?
it should have been. It should have been the pick. I mean, he didn't throw any interceptions. I mean, it was a lot of good plays, a lot of short passes. But I mean, Tua is not like a deep passer. He's more like a dink and dunk, then also kind of hit you up the middle and like kind of make some reads. But yeah, I mean, Packers, I mean, they kind of held the lead the whole time. It really wasn't close. Josh Jacobs looked good. Max, what do you think?
You know, I didn't watch this game,
Uh,
but from the sounds of it, Packers. I did pick the Packers to win. So
We haven't had
fucking right.
time. We haven't had time. Normally on these NFL games, we don't watch all the NFL games, but
Yeah.
we have enough time to see highlights and
That's what
replays
I
and
did
stuff like
pretty
that.
much.
But like we didn't. It's one day.
I mean, we can go straight
I
to
mean,
the
I'm gonna
lot.
spend it majority of my time. We're gonna spend the majority of the time on Bears.
I was
And
gonna.
what
That's
the
the
what the fuck was that kind of thing?
Lions and Bears. Actually, let's hold that for last. We'll go Cowboys and Giants. Cooper Rush had a better game. Uh, the Giants, excuse me, they had what's his name? I always think Matty Mock. I know it's not Matt Mock. It's what's his name? Not Tommy DeVito, but
Drew
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 Lock.
Lock.
Drew Lock. Drew Lock didn't look bad. He had a really good rushing touchdown. Cowboys just have a better team than them. Malik Neighbors had some targets. He had some good catches. He had some yards, but just overall, the Giants don't have a good team. Dallas has just a better team than them. That's why they won. There's really not much to add besides Cowboys running back had a really good game. He had 100+ yards and a touchdown the first time in however many, like 700 days since a Cowboys running back had that. Dowdle, there he is.
Dowdle, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both suck. One's just worse than the other.
Tyrone Tracy
Glasgow.
for the Giants decided to score a touchdown this week, and though last week when I had him in my parlay for touchdowns, he didn't want to score, so that's pretty cool.
He said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, he watched the podcast. He's a podcast watcher.
He's a fan of the pod.
Yeah, I
Hey, we
mean,
got
y'all,
our first head coach firing of the season, which was
yeah.
Eberflus. That was
I mean,
directly associated with what the fuck was
the
that at the end of the
Bears,
game?
the Bears. I mean, holy shit! Like you have a whole timeout waiting there.
And 35 seconds.
You, what
How
was
do
he
you?
thinking? Like, what was he thinking?
Well, the funny thing is in the press conference afterwards, they were like, "What took so long?" He goes, "Well, I had to audible at 12 seconds because we had to get the ball down the field because we didn't have a timeout." And then he went, "Oh wait, I guess we had a timeout." Yeah, dumbass. But I'll be honest with you. The coach, this is on the coach. I mean, don't get me wrong. Caleb Williams is a rookie. He's not Tom Brady sitting back there. Like
You
the
as a
coach, you got to
coach,
call
you got to
timeout.
call the timeout once you get sacked. I'm sorry, you just got to do it instantly. If you don't do it instantly, you got to know within 10 seconds. Like, all right, they're not
So
getting back fast enough.
I understand like wanting to save the timeout, but here's the deal. There was 35 seconds left. There was still plenty of time for them to run like a sit down route, get 10 yards, and then and it was fourth down, so they can't spike it, but they still have plenty of time to get everybody on the field to kick the field goal.
But once you're not getting lined up quick enough, then you have to be like, you have to. What happened was he didn't want to call it, and the players, I think they started slowing down because they wanted him to call it.
Yeah, I know it, but yeah, he should have called that right away, actually.
Mm.
Because what and the other thing is like you're supposed to have a play drawn up for when you get sacked in that situation. I mean,
The
that's
thing,
every professional sports team has that. They have you have your like your you have a hot read when a blitz, but you have
so
your
yeah, no,
backup play.
100%. But also, like, I'm also thinking, like, what are the players doing? It took them way too long to get lined up. Like, if you go
That's on
back
the
and look,
quarterback. That's on the
well,
quarterback, Caleb Williams.
I know he's a rookie, but any guy who's in the league, any guy who's played football, they should know, like, hey, we have 30 seconds, we have to go, and
But he's
they
got to
just want.
tell him that in the center. The only thing
You shouldn't have to tell him in that situation. Everybody should know that.
well, the center is also just standing there. The center is also supposed to be one that gets everybody lined up.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
think overall it just shows poor coaching. Like
I
all
mean,
that leads to poor coaching.
it was just like it was a perfect drive because they were running the same fucking play.
Caleb,
Like
I mean,
they
Caleb,
were that was the same fucking play, but it was working. They were running trips over there and then bringing DJ Moore on the drag, and they were clearing it out, and it was just working.
I
But
mean,
like
Caleb Williams looked good. Like he looked good that game, and they had the offense movement. I mean, Keenan Allen was clowning. They looked really good, but I mean,
Moore had a good game.
it's just crazy how they let that happen, and like insane. Like it just doesn't make sense
I mean, I just don't think that was ever gonna. I'll be honest with you. He lost his job because of that, but he would have lost it
at the end of the
eventually.
season.
Yeah. So I mean, they just fired him.
Um,
I I
we
don't have
also
anything.
I was gonna say today we also had the Chiefs and the Raiders. I didn't get to watch too much of it. Like I said earlier, I killed me an 8 point, and I was in the stands at this point. But I did see that the Raiders fumbled it over at the end of the game, kind of lost them the game. Um, Raiders covered. Um, I mean, Taylor, do you have anything to add? Me and Max
I
both watched.
watched enough of it. There was just it was so cold. Daniel Carlson missed 2 field goals in this game.
Auburn grad.
They hadn't missed 2 in forever, but the Chiefs guy did too. They were all short. It was just so cold. The ball was like they weren't like all fine. They were both right down the middle, just short. Well, actually, Carlson's second one wasn't, but the other one that the Chief had, just short. Brock Bowers looked good, but
He
that's
did.
about it. Yeah, Brock Bowers looked good. I think he ended up with
Um,
like 35 fantasy points. I can tell you how
Mahomes
many.
had a another turnover today. I don't know if he had an interception as well, but I know he had the
No, it
fumble
was
for a
just a
touchdown.
touchdown, Georgia. 3 minutes to go.
Georgia scored
Uh,
again.
yeah, Georgia scored this time, so it's gonna be 27-20 with 3:40 left. Plenty of time to get ball back. Uh, No, I mean it was another Chiefs game. Like they're just like I don't understand it, man. Like I don't ever pick them with a big point spread. And I mean like that's what I told y'all before I came on here. If we, like
Does
I'm never
Max, I have a question for you. Does that make you worry about them in the long run?
Chiefs?
yeah.
Yes.
No.
No.
I
Back to
mean,
back, you think you
I,
believe no matter what?
they did the same thing last year. I
I
mean,
almost yeah, I agree with Max. I almost think it gives me more confidence to know that eventually they're gonna start playing better and they'll probably just wait till the
yeah.
playoffs to do it.
They turn it on in the playoffs.
Do you
Like,
think
and they turn it on at the end of games when they know they got to win.
the addition of Isaiah Pacheco later in the season will help, or do you think it doesn't really matter?
No, it definitely helps. You saw what it did last year for him. I mean, he had,
Yeah.
towards the end of the year, he was a beast. Um, yeah, when they get that running game going, they have such a good defense that they're hard to beat. And then Mahomes just makes it happen at the end of games.
Yeah, it's almost not fair for them to have that good Mahomes and that good of a defense. It's also they play 9 games at the biggest home field advantage in NFL. They get like
Yeah.
it's just
Do y'all
impossible to
think
win there.
they like intentionally like obviously I know every team is playing the best that they play, like no matter what in any game, but do you think the play callers intentionally aren't calling things that they know could work?
No.
What do you mean? Like the
Like so,
other
like
teams
once you
play
get
callers?
so like
I
listen, no, I'm talking about the Chiefs. So like once you get to playoffs, they open up the playbook, like obviously. But do you think the Chiefs, like throughout the regular season, like we could potentially use this, but we know we're gonna make the playoffs, so let's just hold back right now.
no, because I
You think
think
they're
that
trying to win every game?
yeah, and I think also like if we're just being real honest, a lot of the shit that works for them is just Patrick Mahomes being Patrick Mahomes, not their drawn up plays. I mean, I think the only argument you could have was not using Kelsey early on as much, but they've started using
I
him
don't know how
now.
much that was them not using them as opposed to it was Kelsey just
Was he hurt? He had to have been hurt or something like that.
that,
By the
or
way,
he
holy shit!
needed
I
to.
don't normally sit there and watch a whole Chiefs game, and I know like this has been talked about enough because I watched it on Red Zone. The motherfucking times they show Taylor Swift is fucking ridiculous, and it's just like, oh look at Taylor Swift clapping over here. Like what the fuck? Nobody cares. Like Kelsey
You don't
had
want to
ran that
see Taylor
they ran
Swift
that play where
clapping.
yeah, they ran that play where Kelsey does like the catches it like on 3rd and 10 and then he tosses it like he does the hook and ladder but on middle in the middle of the game and she's like sitting over here going I'm just like what the fuck are you doing with your hands?
Yeah.
But
Um,
no.
we didn't get to talk about the previous week before. Panthers gave the Chiefs a pretty good test. Let me ask you this, Taylor. Bryce Young.
And he looks good. He's no Bo Nix, but he looks good.
He's definitely
So
played a lot better the
he,
second half of this year.
No,
yes,
I'm kidding. He to be honest with you, to answer your question, yes, absolutely, Alex. He's playing more to his potential.
it's only
Yeah,
been I'll give him. It's been the past 2 weeks, so we have to keep on watching. But the past 2 weeks, he's looked better.
I just think
They've been competitive. They've been
they're
competitive. That's all you can
yeah.
ask for.
That
And
it's the running game that Chubb has been helping him so much. Like that's what he needs. I think he needs a run game. I mean, and that's
Hubbard,
I think that's for a lot of teams.
yeah, but he definitely didn't have one earlier in the year.
No, no, no. What were you saying, Max? Sorry.
you said Chubbard.
Hubbard. Cuba Hubbard. You
He's got
drunk.
a
You drunk bitch.
Cuba. He's got the Chubbard.
Cuba. You just said Cuba.
Alex gave
Cuba
himself an
Chubbard. He's
out.
got the Chubbard on him.
Came on here
Yeah.
and called himself drunk. Gave himself an out for everything.
Don't care.
They're passing it.
Gonna
It's
be.
second
Never
and
mind.
13. Don't tell me what happened. You're like a half
Completed
second
it. They
ahead of me.
completed it.
You motherfucker. I said don't tell me what happened.
Keep me updated. I'm not watching.
1 yard to go.
He'll fumble it over his head and Georgia running in the end zone. And then
Probably.
somebody will bark at somebody.
Panthers gave them a test. Bryce Young looks good. Also, Ravens beat the Chargers. Ravens still looking good. I mean, as far as like a team to give besides the Lions, what team is the
Eagles.
team for the Chiefs to worry about?
The Chiefs, the
Yes.
Eagles or the Ravens. Eagles, Ravens, Lions, Chiefs. That's kind of Eagles late. Okay, cool. I mean, that's not game yet. They have 3 timeouts, so they're gonna have one more first down.
No, he fumbled it.
Oh, he fumbled. Did I call that shit? Did I not fucking call that shit?
It's
He
safe.
fum-
I didn't see it. I saw him go in the pile. I guess he got stripped.
He got stripped.
Saquon
Yeah, but
Barkley, 250 yards.
yeah,
Is he
holy
the best
shit.
running back in the league?
Yeah,
Better than
absolutely.
Derek?
It's one of those two right now.
He fumbled.
Yeah, he clearly fumbled.
Georgia, get it?
Yeah, Georgia
Yep.
got it. I told you. What y'all should have clipped what I said to begin with when you said 1 yard to go. I mean, he didn't fumble it over his head, but
First down too. Like he went. He reached the back of the pile. It was over the first down. He could have just fallen down. He would have had the first down. But that white safety for Georgia, number 17, came in there and it hit it right with his helmet, and it just popped
I
out.
mean, I just expect Georgia to win. They should challenge. They should review this. I will say that. Alex,
No.
Alex, to answer, yeah, it was fumble. To answer your previous question, if you're the Chiefs, yeah, I think it's Lions, Eagles, Ravens,
We're pretty much past
Bills,
that.
and Bills.
Bills, yeah.
And Bills.
We're past the half season mark. We're pretty good ways down it
Way
right
past
now.
it. Yeah, we're like week
I
13.
want y'all both to give me your NFC and AFC favorite. So Taylor, I'll start with you.
I mean, right now I think you have to say the Bills are the favorite. Still, they beat them, but man, I don't know. I'm actually going to change that. They're the 2-time defending champs until they get beat. Chiefs are still a team to beat in the AFC, and then the Lions are the team to beat in the NFC.
Okay, Max.
So I'll say like Taylor said, it's between the Chiefs and the Bills, but either one,
And don't count the Ravens out. I'm not counting the Ravens out, but they have looked.
I'm counting the Ravens out. They
What do
won't win
you?
a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, they've still been one of the constant teams, though.
They've been a constant team, but they get to the AFC Championship and lose, or not even the AFC Championship.
Well, right now, they need to win their division, which the Steelers are really helping them out with that.
Steelers are,
They need to win their division so they don't have to go to, because I think like if Kansas City's the one you do not want to have to go, like it's going to be like last year where it was Ravens Bills, like you don't want to, between the Ravens and Bills somebody's playing in the divisional round against each other, and the lower seed's going to have to go to so whoever can get that 2 seed is in the driver's seat really.
I'm going to keep the Chiefs. I believe in the Chiefs for the AFC. And then I'm gonna go with the Eagles for the NFC. The Eagles have been really good, and especially Saquon Barkley. Saquon is just an absolute monster. I mean, these last couple games like he is ripping off 50+ yard runs like it's nothing. He is a monster, and I mean that's only opening up the Eagles just as a whole as an offense. Couple teams I'll like kind of keep an account of. Obviously, the Bills. Bills beat the Chiefs, so they should be taken in a hand. But also for the NFC, I mean, Ravens,
The NFC,
Lions. Yeah.
you said Ravens.
Oh, sorry.
They're in the AFC.
Sorry. But
a mess.
anyways, I'm just gonna name all teams to keep off account of then. Ravens and the Lions. I mean, they are both like right there. Especially the Lions. I think Lions.
I think that's kind of disrespectful to put them in the keep an eye category.
Not
The
to keep an
Lions.
eye on. I'll probably keep them into the they're right there. Like they're.
I mean,
right
I want to see what the Eagles do this week. They play Baltimore in
there.
Baltimore. I think it's in Baltimore, or is it in New England? Is it in Philadelphia?
I think it's in Philly.
It's in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
So if they can go win in Baltimore, then I'm sorry, Georgia just gets away with this shit.
Are they about to score?
I mean, probably.
Okay, let's go to our fantasy ad drops. I don't know if y'all heard me. Jonas Smith, past couple of weeks, he is putting up absolute numbers. He is clowning. He didn't score a touchdown last game, but he had over 80 plus yards or 70 plus yards plus 6 receptions. Looking really good. Bucky Irving, he's probably taken in most of your leagues. If not, Bucky Irving. Cortland Sutton, picking him up. We're only in an 8-team league, but if you're in an 8-team league, he might be
I
available.
I had picked him up in our 12-team league a couple weeks ago before everybody picked up on Bo Nix.
Yeah. Bryce Young playing Tampa Bay this weekend. Soft defense.
Yeah, if you need a backup, he's a good option.
I mean, if you need a starter for this weekend, this would be
Well,
the
if your
one time to start
quarterback's
him.
off or your quarterback's hurt, say you got Brock Purdy or something like that. Brock
Yeah.
Purdy.
Brock Purdy's supposed to start this week, actually.
Is he?
They just announced it. Yeah. But Bryce, do you have anybody else? I mean,
No, not really. Well,
Gus Edwards for the Chargers.
Gus.
he's been dropped. Yeah. So
What's his name? The other running back's out this week.
JK's out this week.
Dobbins.
Yeah, I have
J.K.
him.
Dobbins out this week. Yeah.
And I have him. Yay. And by the way, if he wouldn't have got hurt, I would have won my fantasy matchup. I lost by 0.5 points, and he had 9 points in the second quarter.
a lot of leagues, Aaron Hernandez is still available.
I heard he's a killer when it comes to the catchers and.
I mean, he's
shit.
hanging right there on the waiver
What?
I thought it was a towel.
waiver wire.
I thought it was a towel.
Shut up, brother. It was a towel.
Was it? I didn't know that. I was just kidding.
I don't know.
I don't got anything else. It's so late in the season right now that it's just kind of like you are what you are.
Yeah,
There's only so many. I mean, just keep an eye out for if you have your starting running back and he's out, like Max said. So JK, for example, it's a great example. JK's out. Go get the backup. I mean, you're in crunch time right now when it comes to your fantasy. Most of your fantasy leagues.
If you're listening to us right now, then you're in rough shape.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
Pass interference, and he almost caught it still.
The receiver pushed him though, like was pushing into him.
They're gonna make me take the laptop into the living room with me.
Oh my gosh, he pushed him out of the way.
I mean, it's about to be tied, Alex. Just to let you know.
They might as well let him score so they have time to kick a field goal.
Interception is gonna happen.
No, they're gonna be like on the 10.
Oh, bro, you gotta hit. If he hits him, then he doesn't make. I don't know. We in Pick'ems now. Are you moving mid podcast? You're moving mid podcast.
You gotta move. You gotta watch this game. It's a good game.
I'm sure everybody that's listening to this on like Sunday or
Got
Saturday.
him.
Stop talking before it happens.
Yeah, you're not helping us.
Got him.
I just now. Yeah, me and Alex are synced, and you're way ahead of us.
All right.
I'm in the future. You're in the past.
Anybody that was watching this just clicked off.
Everybody say hello.
Onyx, shut up.
Onyx is an ugly little dog. Look at him.
Okay, yeah, let's go into our pick'em. I believe all of us had the Raiders to cover, right?
No, I mean we did. We didn't pick it on the pod, but we did pick it.
Yeah,
Picked it together uniformly. Holding.
Had that.
Max. Literally pause your feed.
They didn't call it. They didn't call it. That was me calling it. That was me calling it.
That was a holding, though.
That was fucking bad, but they didn't call it.
Max, I need you to pause your phone for a half a second.
Okay, okay. Everybody, listen up. Los Angeles Chargers, -1. Atlanta Falcons. Let me start it off. Falcons win.
Falcons -1?
Yep, Falcons -1. Kirk is playing good. Bijan's playing good. Chargers are going to have a little disappointment coming off the Ravens game. Falcons win.
Me too. Falcons -1, even though I put my picks in the text thread already.
Chargers win. They cover. Falcons suck.
They don't suck.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Get them. Get them. Get them. Get them. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Pittsburgh Steelers +3 at the Bengals. Taylor Thompson, tell me what you think.
What's the line now?
+3 for the Steelers.
I don't know why I'm thinking. I have these picks spread out. I think just because the Bengals just can't get it done, I think the Steelers are going to steal one on the road and go win. They need a win. So Steelers +3.
Max.
Steelers +3.
Man, I hate that y'all both pick Steelers +3 because that's my pick. I think it's Taylor. You said you said you think they still won.
Yeah, touchdown.
Oh my gosh. I don't
What
think
did
it's
I
a.
tell y'all?
I don't think it's them stealing one. I think the Steelers actually have the better team than them. But
I know, but
yeah,
the
I
Bengals.
know the line. I know the line. So
But
yeah,
I'm
give me
just
the
saying the
Steelers.
Bengals. I know. I'm just saying the Bengals should win a bunch of their games, and there's going to be some bullshit. Like they'll figure out a way to lose.
Actually, I changed my mind. Give me the Bengals. Bengals cover to -3. I think they might just run the score up on them. I just
Okay.
can't go with both of y'all.
Okay. Fuck you too, bitch.
Houston Texans -4 at the Jaguars.
What
Houston,
the fuck did the
very
Texans
disappointing.
do?
Very, very disappointing.
What the fuck? Ma-
Max, I'll go to you.
We
Start it
should have
off.
talked about that. We should have
Yeah.
talked about Max's Titans getting a big win.
Will
Beating
Levis,
up a little bit. Well, I was going around a little bit. Um, who are the Texans playing this week?
Jags. They're dragging off.
Jags.
They're jagging
Give,
off.
give me the Texans. The Jags are worse, so they suck. Give me the Texans.
Who's starting? Is it Trevor?
It's
Yeah,
Trevor.
I think Trevor's this week. Yeah,
I think it's Trevor this week. Don't quote me on that, but
I
I
think
think
it
he's
is
supposed
too.
to be coming back this week.
yeah.
Taylor?
1 minute left.
They all they do is run. They're not gonna have enough time. Just don't throw a pick like a dumbass.
Yes, they will.
Um, Texans Texans cover. They'll bounce back from whatever the fuck that was. I mean, when you're the Texans and you play in a shitty division, sometimes you just have letdown games because you don't really have to work. You don't have consequences. You know you're going to be the 4 seed pretty much no matter what. So you're not good enough to be anything higher, and you're not going any lower because everybody else in your division sucks. So sometimes you just lose.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm jagging off.
You already told us you were doing that later.
Well, this is the other one.
Oh,
Um, Jags cover. Trevor Lawrence coming back. They have a good team. I still think the Texans win. I think the Jags can cover. Uh, Texans are looking like they're not looking good. They're just not looking good. And I think the Jags will be able to, especially at home. I think they'll be able to cover 4. Uh, Arizona Cardinals +3.5 at Minnesota Vikings. Give it the Vikings to cover 3.5. Sam Darnold kind of threw it around a little bit. Had a closer game, but Cardinals lost to the Seahawks. Seahawks, Geno Smith. They do have a good team, but starting to get later in the year, and this is when you typically see Kyler Murray start to kind of play bad. Give it to Vikings. I think Justin Jefferson scores a touchdown as well. Max.
Give me the Vikings as well. I think Justin Jefferson has a good game this game.
Taylor.
me too. It's late in the season. It's time for the
Playing too much
Cardinals
Call
to
of Duty.
choke. What the fuck, bro? It's time for the Cardinals to fall apart. Like
Okay.
Alex said, that's a great point. Like they play so good early, but except for the last year when they just had well, he didn't play, but so they sucked for the longest time. But yeah, normally they love to start out 5-2, 4-1.
Okay, with the Indianapolis Colts are -2.5 at the New England Patriots.
Game of the
Ooh.
week, folks. Game of the week.
Oh, go, go.
Hey, is it a good time to remind y'all their kicker missed a field goal from the 10 in this game?
Is it a good time to remind you that the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets have never lost a game when they weren't supposed to lose one?
That's a good point. I'm gonna take the Colts to cover just because I think the Colts are bad. Don't get me wrong, but I think Onyx can shut the fuck up. But I also think that it's kind of like the Jets game. For whatever the Colts are bad, but they're not as bad as some of these teams that are really bad. You can clip that if you want to. I think it'd be better for us to lose, but we'll find a way to fucking win. Anthony Richardson probably look good. We
Max,
didn't talk about it much with the Bills. I'm sorry for it, but like to be honest with you, in the Bills game when they lost a couple weeks ago, he actually looked really good. They just got called for penalties every time he did something good.
he is looking better. He
Yeah,
can start again. Max,
Give me the Colts. They're the less ass team.
less ass. I love it.
disagree. Give me the Patriots at home. I mean, you're giving me plus 2.5. Give me them to cover. I mean, Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, Demario Douglas, Hunter
Yeah, you've been
Henry.
drinking.
Hunter
Your
Henry.
love for Stevenson is just ridiculous.
It is.
Ramondre Stevenson is so underrated. He has
He's
killed
not
me in
underrated. He's
he
just
is
perfectly not rated.
he has killed me in my bets.
He's Eddie Lacy 2 years before he retired.
Eddie Lacy was
Yeah.
goaded 2 years before he retired. Let me give you something.
Eddie Lacy was eating ribs 2 years before he retired.
Yeah, because he's in them guts. But
Alex is drunk.
Seattle Seahawks -2 at the New York Jets.
Oh, he fumbled the ball. Did he get it?
Max,
He fumbled the ball.
Incomplete.
if
Max,
that
how
was a
about you
catch,
start
he
this off?
fumbled it.
What do you say?
Seahawks at the Jets. Seahawks -2.5.
Seahawks
-2,
cover.
me.
Seahawks cover. I would never bet the Jets ever again.
Taylor,
Seahawks -2. Fuck the Jets.
y'all are sitting here saying I'm drunk, but give me the Jets.
You are. You remember this? Remember when you said you were going to start like just not being a dumbass on your picks and being smart?
Give
And
me
now
the
you're going to pick the
Jets.
Jets. Okay, bro.
You call me a dumbass when I go 12-0. Let me know. I've already lost 2 games. Hold
Oh,
up.
fuck.
Oh goodness. Give me the
Close.
Jets. Jets at home -2. Seahawks.
No, they're +2, bro. The Jets are +2.
Yeah, I said Seahawks -2.
You said the Jets were -2, Seahawks -2, but okay.
Jets +2. Give me the Jets +2. Seahawks. Aaron Rodgers has got it going on. They looked really good this year. The Jets really haven't had any questions about anything. Give me the Jets. Tennessee Titans +5.5 at the Washington Commanders. Max.
Give me Titans to cover.
This is
They've
the
been
first
playing-
time you've picked the Titans.
I know they've been playing a lot better the past 2 weeks. So
Oh.
I don't think he got the first down.
Again.
How do you not go for it?
They got 2 timeouts. They could run it real quick, call timeout, but
Yeah.
I actually don't know how. They'll probably have to throw it.
Yeah, because you need to get in field goal range. I guess
Yeah.
it's. I mean, but here's the
need to
thing:
get
just
another-
run a 5-second play. So the worst thing they can do is throw a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to be able to kick a field goal. I would call a
They
timeout.
won't throw a Hail Mary either. I bet they
Sorry,
kneel
we're
it.
watching the Georgia game. But give me I actually agree. Give me the Titans +5.5. Will Levis has been thrown around. Calvin Ridley's getting some yards. Pollard's actually playing good as well. Also, just Washington Commanders, they just have not been looking as sharp as they have early in the year. Don't get me wrong, Jan Daniels definitely rookie of the year, but they haven't been looking as good as I thought they would be.
Did y'all watch the Commanders game last weekend?
Absolutely insane. It was so low scoring at the very end, and they automatically just erupted, and then they missed the field goal to tie it. The extra point, excuse me.
Look. I'm going to take Commanders -5.5 because I think they're going to bounce back. But they got to start. If they want to make the playoffs, they're going to have to start going.
Yeah. Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers -6 at the Panthers. Taylor Thompson. What's gonna happen?
I'm going to take Bucks -6 because the Bucks. Sorry, I'd lie if I tell you I was even paying attention to my picks right now. I just think the Bucks have played a lot. Baker Mayfield is having a great year, and I think that they're going to beat the Panthers. I don't really think it's ridiculous to say that the Panthers lose by a touchdown at home. That's all I really have on it, to be honest with you. It kind of goes against my formula of taking the home team when you have two teams like that, but
No, I get it, Max.
Give me the Bucks. Like I said, Baker Mayfield's had a year this year, especially without his 2 best receivers.
and Evans is back.
And Evans is back, but like he's made it work even without Evans. But now he's back, and he's got one more target to throw to. I think Evans and Otten is a pretty decent receiving group, especially to beat the Panthers.
Yeah.
Y'all are missing that the Buccaneers defense is horrible. Panthers look really good against the best defense in the league last week. So give me the Panthers to cover.
The Broncos are the best defense in the league.
Chiefs are right there with them. So yeah, give me the Panthers to cover the 6. I like that a lot. Actually, I think that might be like an
Alex,
easy
you're gonna
play.
go 0-12.
I'm not Taylor.
I have not gone 0-12. 3-9 is my record, and Max has beat me in that department. So
2-10,
Ram-
baby.
yeah,
Rams 2.5 at the Saints. Give me the Rams cover 2.5. Saints aren't good anymore. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, Cooper Cup, Kyron Williams, Puka, easy.
here we go.
Max.
Give me Rams cover, Puka Kuka, Cooper Cup, and all those fellers. I
Taylor
like it.
Thompson.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the train here. The Saints just suck. Will not be watching that game this weekend. So if you want my analyst on it, I'll be lying out of my ass.
We'll start with you, Taylor, for the Philadelphia Eagles at the Ravens. +3 for the Eagles. 51.5 is the over under.
Game of the week, right? Game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be my one. I'm gonna use my one right here. Home team. I mean, favored team money line. Take Ravens money line. I just listen. I've rode with the Ravens this whole year. I can't jump off yet. Saquon Barkley's looked absolutely ridiculous, as we talked about earlier in our little segment about the two best teams, and Jalen Hurts has looked a lot more like good Jalen Hurts than instead of last season Jalen Hurts and early season Jalen Hurts. So you know, probably shouldn't do this, but I'll sink with the ship, I guess. Ravens money line.
Here we go, boys.
Max, what do you think? Eagles, Baltimore.
Fuck.
He didn't get it, motherfucker, Max.
Time. Let's go.
Oh my
Let's
God, it was.
go.
I mean, I don't know if they would have had enough time to do anything with that route. They were gonna have to throw it deeper.
Yeah.
Eagles,
It's like
Baltimore.
a 60-yard. Eagles, Baltimore.
Yeah,
Give me the Eagles. But Mark Andrews
+3.
is gonna catch a touchdown. Yep.
+3. Okay. I'm also I'm on the Eagles +3 at Baltimore, but this is my over of the week, so I'm actually going to take the over. The over
I
is
almost said something earlier about this, the overlooking good, or maybe I did. I don't know,
you did
because both
not,
these
but
teams' defenses are not good.
this is the over. I'm looking at 51.5. I mean, I think you can see 30-27 pretty easily with this game.
Yeah.
So I have Eagles +3, but give me the over. That's my bet. Is the over 51.5.
Only thing that
49.
could hurt you, only thing could hurt you in this is they both like to run the ball.
Yes, 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 yes. But I like the big chunk plays that they both
Yeah, if
do.
they
They
can get
both
big chunk plays,
Saquon and Derek are both the king of just let me bust off a 70-yard run real quick.
they just love to
Um,
bust.
just like me for real. Uh, Philadelphia, excuse me, San Francisco 49ers +7 at Buffalo Bills, 44.5. Like we just said earlier, Brock's supposed to play. Christian's playing again. Jaquan Jennings is looking good, but the Bills at home is just a tough place to play. But that +7 is just a lot of points, but I'm still going to take it. Buffalo Bills cover the 7. Max, what you think?
Yeah, give me the Bills cover as well. They're just better.
My gosh, I'm being a dumbass right now doing this. I'm gonna take 49ers +7. It just goes against everything I've said on this podcast. When the Bills are a big home favorite, you just fucking trust them to cover. But I feel like the 49ers backs are against the wall and they're gonna have their
Ooh.
that could have been
Almost
that
got struck on the Hail Mary.
that could have been everything.
Imagine a strip sack for the
Hail
touchdown to
Mary.
end the game.
49ers +7. I think this is their we're not going away moment, I guess. Maybe not
Well,
even
hey,
winning.
can I change mine? I want to go 49ers +7 as well.
Okay.
Just because Brock Purdy's supposed to be playing, I think, and they need a win.
Way more
More
than the
than
Bills.
yeah,
Yeah.
way more than the Bills. So I'll go 49ers +7.
Okay. Last game, Cleveland Browns +5.5 at the Denver Broncos. The money line is 42.5. I'll start this one off. Give me the Broncos money line. Broncos money line, easy bet. I have my money line left. Haven't used it yet. Broncos win. Bo Nix playing really good. Rookie.
Where's this game at?
It's at the Broncos. Uh, Not rookie of the year, but if he keeps on playing good and Jalen Daniels starts playing bad, I mean, hey, watch out.
No,
Could
I
be
think he should be rookie of the year right now.
What's the
uh
spread?
5.5. 5.5. Not yet. Jalen Daniels still had a better year just started off. But I mean, if it goes into the end of the year playing how he's playing and Daniel Daniels playing how he's playing, Bo Nix will win it. He's having a better year. Cumulative, I just think Jalen Daniels has had a higher high than Bo Nix
I
has.
had to argue that the Commanders have more fucking players to work with than he does.
Oh, I agree with that 100%.
Now,
I
now,
agree.
now he's got a way better defense that helps him, and that's fair. That's fair.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I haven't used my money line yet, so give me Broncos money line.
You
I
also
will.
have your money line, Max.
I will say Cleveland
I'm,
Browns. They have a good defense as well. So, but give me the Broncos to win. Money line, yeah. Max.
I'm gonna go Browns money. I mean Browns cover.
Ooh,
I like the way. I mean the Broncos have been playing great, but I like the way Jameis has been playing. I mean
He's got the heart. He's
he's
got
got
the
the
heart.
heart. I
You
mean
gotta love that in your
he's
QB.
either gonna throw 3 touchdowns and you're gonna fucking win, or he's gonna throw 3 picks and you'll lose real bad. But I just like the way and they still have Garrett off the end. I still think he's the best defensive end in the league. Him and T.J. Watt neck and neck. Um, yeah, and they have a really good defense. So I mean, something with Jameis, they got a spark out of Jameis in which the
Deshaun
first half of the
Watson just
season, Deshaun
sucks.
Watson was awful. And then
That's your
with
favorite player, though, right?
yeah, he's my dad. But uh, yeah, give me the Browns to cover. We'll see. I could look dumb. I really want to pick Broncos money line, but give me Browns cover.
Okay. That's all the picks that we have. I'll start off our 3-team parlay, and then we'll get into our prize picks. My 3-team parlay is the Rams cover 3.5. The Panthers cover the +6, and the Steelers +3. That is mine. Taylor Thompson, tell me what yours is.
did a little college special with one NFL game, like I normally do. South Carolina money line at Clemson tomorrow at noon. I think that is a very important game, especially how this game could turn out for South Carolina and Clemson. The winner, Clemson, if they win, you could argue they're in because as long as one team loses for them. I mean, if it remains chalk, then that's an issue. But if Miami loses, Clemson's in. South Carolina, we've gotten that discussion. We don't have to get into it now, but they still have a shot if they win. And then I'm really Louisville -4. I just think Kentucky's really bad. I don't understand it's at Louisville. And then, like I said, riding with the Ravens. Ravens money line versus Eagles. A lot on that one for me. Max?
I got Vandy +11 versus Tennessee. They got Tennessee at home. Tennessee hasn't blown anybody out. I got Mississippi State on a cover versus Tennessee a couple weeks ago. Um, Tennessee's offense just hasn't looked great all year, and Vandy plays ball control. You know, they know how to do ball control. Then I got Army -7 versus UTSA. Um, Army's gonna kill them. I just really feel that in my gut. They came off a bad loss against Notre Dame, called that. But I think they're gonna kill UTSA. Then I got the Rams -2.5 versus the Saints. The Saints are ass cheeks. Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup gonna go off.
The Rams are -3.5. Oh wait, no, they're
Minus
not.
no,
They're
they're two and
two.
a half. Yeah,
They're two. I said 3.5 in my bet. I have
that's
a
what I said
question
on.
for
Yeah,
you. I have a question for you, Max.
but
Would you be willing to add another bet if I suggested it to you?
yeah,
Okay, you ready?
yep.
Alabama basketball -5.5 against Oregon Saturday. What do you
Hell
think?
yeah. I might send this bet, my little bet to Preston, actually.
Yeah.
Minus 5.5.
Minus 5.5.
I
Five and
like
a
that
half.
too. Yeah,
Five
I
and a
like
half
that
against
too.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Uh, y'all win 5.5's a lot with how. I mean, I'm not saying y'all are playing bad, but
We'll kind of take a break between the bets. Taylor Thompson, Auburn, Auburn basketball.
looks good, man.
Do you think there is a better team in the country
Number one team
currently?
in the country?
Well, I mean, it's November, but yes, right now, no, there's not. I mean, I guess Kansas is still going to be number one because I mean they ranked them number one and they beat Duke this week, so you can't really take it away from them.
The way
But
y'all are winning
If
games.
Auburn were to go into Wednesday night, we'll talk about this a lot more on Monday or whenever
Mhm.
we do our college pod. But our the SEC ACC Challenge in basketball is this week. And you got the two main events, which is Alabama, North Carolina, Auburn at Duke. So if Auburn were to go beat Duke, then that would mean they would have 4 quad 1A wins already. They have 3 quad 1A wins right now. It might
Tonight
just be
room.
2, depend on he's National Player of the Year right now, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say tonight room.
Best player in college basketball.
Currently, yes.
I mean, what he averaged 24 and 18 in Maui, I think. I mean, he had 65 points and 43 rebounds in 3 games in Maui. Um, he's yeah, they just scored. That's a good play call, man. He I don't know, man. It's year 3. He looks even better. The team is all as good. They're not exactly, and the other thing that's kind of crazy is you would think they'd be shooting crazy on the hot streak they're on, but they're really just shooting average. They're shooting like 36% from three, like 48% from the field or something like that. Most of these games,
You
which
know,
is really good.
I didn't know the amount of seniors y'all have on y'all's
Yeah,
team.
yeah, no, this is our we have a shit ton of seniors.
Would you say this is the team? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen this year.
I think so. I really do.
I mean, y'all.
I really do.
It's 10 seniors, right?
10 seniors and then all
Crazy.
McDonald's All-American freshman. And then the 2 guys that got in a fight on the plane, but that one dude that got on that fight on that plane was once the number 1 player in his thing before he went to overtime elite and all that shit came out about him or whatever, I guess. But I mean, yeah, we run a rotation that consists of 10 guys and 9 of them are seniors.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Todd Pettiford. I could talk about this all day.
No, I'm laughing at
No,
the text, Max. Sit. Um.
it's it right now. I'm
Uh,
holding it for you folks.
my
Y'all don't know how brave he's being.
I'm a hero.
anyways, we can talk more about basketball next week, but
I just do
my
want to add,
prize
like,
my prize
sorry, let me
go ahead.
just,
No, go ahead.
yeah, I'll just add that, yeah, we'll start talking about basketball more next week. We'll start going, obviously, conference championships with all the football games. NFL is kind of getting close to playoffs. We'll start talking more about basketball. Right now, obviously, we're in the center, the meat of football season, so we'll hit that. But next week, we'll start easing on into it. And obviously, you can tell by Taylor Thompson right now, he has a lot to add. And we have a lot to add about Bama right now. I mean, we are about to play in the championship for the Maui. We're going to
No, no,
play,
no. The players. Auburn won
excuse
the
me, yeah,
Maui.
Maui, excuse me.
I
Players
mean,
MGM. We're going to be playing against
shit.
Oregon.
I
But yeah,
know.
we'll go
I
into
want to
that
talk
next
about
week.
fucking UConn. At some point, they went 0-3, and
Horrible.
Dan Hurley wanted
Colorado,
to
Dayton.
murder the referees.
Yeah.
Dan Hurley throws a fit on the y'all. And it's fair. I get it. Everybody. Dan Hurley acts like everybody pretends Bruce Pearl acts like. I mean, dude falls down after they don't call it, and then he goes, "I don't know why I got teed up."
Mhm.
But let me just take my prize pick
Yeah,
real
do your
quick.
prize pick. Sorry. Max, you're
Um,
next after him.
Bo Nix over on the passing 224. He's hit on that like
This game is over, by the way. They just called a penalty on Georgia Tech,
yeah.
so it's going to be
James
over.
Conner over 17.5 receiving yards, and I'm going to, along with my Ravens money line, take Saquon under 92.5 rushing yards. Terrible idea, but I guess I'm going all in on that. Go ahead, Max.
Whatever, boy. I got Lamar Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Good play.
We got um we got Ray McLeod over 3.5 receptions. We got Michael Wilson over 4.5 receiving targets, and I'll add one more in there just for shits and giggles. Give me the Vikings kicker over 1.5 field goals made.
Okay. 1 second. Let me watch this play.
Hey,
First
get
down.
the first down, dude.
Okay, first down. Okay, y'all know what I do. Prize picks. I do a touchdown six leg. I have 3 legs, but the 6 leg for this one is started off Chase Brown touchdown. Chase Brown touchdown's easy. It's just gonna happen for the Bengals. Josh Allen a rushing touchdown, 2 rush touchdowns over the past 2 games. He's gonna have another one, especially against the weak 49ers defense. Next, James Conner. James Conner is gonna have a rushing touchdown against Minnesota. Minnesota does not give up pass touchdowns, but they give up some rushing. They have a good defense, but James Conner will get the rushing. Rashad White, I love putting him in these touchdown parlays. He's hit one every single time I put him in there. So he's going to hit another one against the Carolina Panthers. Cooper Kupp touchdown against the New Orleans Saints. Cooper Kupp's going to catch the touchdown. He's just that guy. Lastly, Tennessee Titans. Tony Pollard's been playing a lot better recently. And you know who's been looking bad recently? The Washington Commanders. So give him the touchdown. That's a 6-egg parlay, $10 bet, win $500. Pretty easy. Pretty good at hitting those. But yeah, that has been the Weekends Over podcast. You have anything else to add at the end of this? We all good to go?
No, like you said, we're gonna do our basketball more when it comes to integrating it more. And yeah, that's it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
That's why I said this game.
They're going for 2. They're going for
I
2.
hope so. But
That's it.
No, they're not. They're going for 1.
You can cut it now if you want to. We're good.
All right. Well, that's been the podcast. I hope y'all win some money. Happy Thanksgiving. It's been fun hanging out with y'all. Do y'all have anything else to say, boys?
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Roll Tide.
Or
That's right,
damn.
Iron Bowl.
Tomorrow night.
That's
tomorrow
right.
afternoon.
Taylor's going to commit mass murder. Good night, everybody.
Wait, what?